All right. Good afternoon, everybody. It is a Tuesday. Lonix, it's good to see you. Howdy, Wade. Hey, Randir. It is a Tuesday. I don't know if you guys have seen any of the stuff that has been data mined from 324.2, but it is spicy. Oh man, Marcus, that's a good question, isn't it? Hold on, what is going on? Oh no, why is my taskbar still up? Why is that over? There we go. Yeah, Marcus, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I understand some parts where it's like, where maybe a fighter in SCM can still keep up with like a large ship in nav mode, depending on what's going on. But now how in the world did I just lose? Whatever. One quick job will fix it. But yeah, like, it's making Elite Dangerous look light speed, you know? I don't know how I feel about it, but I have not enjoyed my time in 324.2. Hey, Phaedrus. Hey, Anthony.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Oh, Dragnos. Well, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like what they've done with the Caterpillar's MFDs. Like, I've played around with the new MFDs, and they've taken the Caterpillar's MFDs down to 4. What? Why am I? Oh, that's right. I flew the C2 here, didn't I? Ugh. Let's see. Hey, Stax. Hey, Arcturious. But yeah, like, okay, so
Vehicle selected.
let me just get in the Caterpillar right quick so I can tell you guys about these MFD situations. Dragnos, it's both. Because they've reduced it down to 4 MFDs, and I find 2 of them to be useless. Hey, Sarone. Yeah, but Anthony, we haven't got Quanta yet. Like, that's the thing. They keep putting it off, and it's so annoying. Like, that's what really annoys me. We were supposed to get an economy or a commodity rebalance this patch, and we didn't get it. Yeah, they keep changing the name and pushing it back a year or 2. Marcus, you can on an MFD. Okay, so let me just light this puppy up. Okay, so you notice how we have 6 MFDs here, and then we've got a very large radar in the middle. Notice how we can see all 6 MFDs, right? However, on the new setup, we lose this MFD and this MFD. In addition, our flight yoke is so close to the MFDs that it actually blocks the two down below. Like, we don't have this gap right here. This is covering up this. Same thing for this. This part right here, the part that we hold on to on the yoke, is covering up this. So really, you only have two useful MFDs. Also, the radar, the new radar, is garbage. Absolute garbage. Instead of just importing the simple, easy to read system that we have something that is constantly blinking with little dots all over it that are meaningless. And whenever you do have someone on radar, it tries to have a miniature model of the ship. The problem is, look how tiny this is on my screen. Now imagine one slightly smaller trying to model, I don't know, a freelancer or whatever. And it's like, okay, what is this weird blip? It also has a lot more lines all over the thing that get covered up, or that cover up blips. So it's one of those things where, like, you know, it looks cool, but it's a regression in usefulness. The actual new MFDs, while useful in the Caterpillar, are not. Like, it's trash. It's absolute trash. The radar is just grotesquely a step back. Yeah, Stacks, like, also you can't access your components. Like, if I only need to turn off a specific component, we don't have an MFD for that. Like, if I need to turn off a certain thruster because, you know, I lost a main thruster and I'm trying to balance it out, can't do it. No component MFD. It's very annoying. Hey, Burren. You know, Burren, we actually have a Turkey Food Fest coming up. So you're probably the guy to talk to. What should I be looking for food-wise when I go to this? You know, Cerrone, it might be, but I went down there and checked, and I couldn't find any special, you know, now they might also just be still importing everything in. But I walked all around the ship using the MFDs. Now, I will say, I was able to affect power output from Copilot, which was nice. But, you know, it's not all the way out yet, so maybe it's just iterative and I'm waiting on it, and maybe I'm just judging way too soon. I'm just annoyed. Because, you know, one of the reasons that I enjoy the Caterpillar is because since I have every MFD ever, I can read everything that I need. But I'll let them cook, and once it goes to live, then I'll reserve my whining for, you know. Man. There we go. Hold on. How far out is Terra? You know what? No, we got this. Yeah, Dragnos, I don't think that's an intended change. I think some poor sap just marked the wrong thing, and now everybody's up in arms. Oh yeah, Anthony, current MFDs are bad too. Like, in the words of E40, it's all bad. Man, you know, it's been a hot minute since I've listened to some E40. Hey, serious? honestly, Anthony, like, I'm okay with it. It's got some rough bits, but the thing about master modes is it feels a lot like the old 2.0 flight model, but slowed down a bit. Now it's got some kinks in it. Obviously, I don't like the I can't fire countermeasures when in nav, but I don't mind it. I can deal with it. I'm not losing my entire class identity because of it. But yeah, at the same time, I don't have a lot of stakes. It's not like I was some invincible PvP god and now, you know, Jiggy Two Snipes and his brand new cutlass could actually land a hit on me and it makes me feel mortal. Like I'm not some Xerxes of the skies. But I don't mind it. Hey, Raven. Yes, meds have been taken. Yeah, like the old flight model, like you could go 1 versus 7, and if you knew what you were doing and the 7 had, you know, only an average skill, they would never touch you. Now with master modes, they've got a slightly higher chance of touching you. And a lot of people don't like that. When you exist at a high skill ceiling, people don't like the floor being brought up closer. Yeah, Dragnos? And, you know, like, I get it. I get it. Like, when you're top dog, it's hard to accept that people can get closer now that the game has been changed in favor of them. To be honest, nobody likes losing top dog status. Yeah, see, Phaedrus, like, I don't mind that. Like I said, that's how 2.0 used to be, and I've been around for that long, so I'm not worried about it. Now, you asked me how I feel about the changes to trade. Oh, you know, torches and pitchforks. You got me on that one, so I'm not gonna criticize the PvP community too harshly. Yeah, Alex, I just pulled it out. It's a fresh ship. Oh yeah, no, like you go to Arena Commander. Think about Arena Commander. You join that, you're playing against people that have been playing since, you know, 1.0 dropped, and you know, they have yet to touch grass. And you were gonna get raffle stomped. There was no way. Basically a Call of Duty lobby. Bernard, if you're asking about my favorite ship, I would definitely say the Caterpillar, which is the one that I'm filling right here. Hey, Babutu. Yeah, Arcturus, like, I don't know if you guys have paid attention to Spectrum and everything else right now, but whoo, buddy, you want to talk about rhetoric? The sky is falling. Oh yeah, he's been praised, and more importantly, fed. Yeah, Anthony, right now trade is trash. There's really no point in doing it. Let's put it like this. It takes me about 2 hours to complete a single trade run. I get paid the exact same that I was getting paid previously, like they didn't up anything whatsoever. And during the entire process of loading the ship, or even unloading, depending, people can walk onto my ship or land on it and try to hijack it with impunity, and there is nothing I can do about it. Hey, biker. You know, we need a diner. We need a diner like in Star Wars Episode 2. Where Obi-Wan goes and meets Dexter Jetster. You guys remember him? Like there's that part where Obi-Wan's like, there seems to be a planet missing. I'll go down to the local Waffle House and ask the cook. Because clearly, some random cook will know more than the entire Jedi archives. Now I know I've got space in there. Come on. And you know what? He was right. Because Dexter Jetster is the guy. Hey, feel good? You know, I really miss George Lucas. Because, like, George Lucas does the Chris Roberts thing. Where he gets asked a question and instead of just being like, I don't know, he makes something up on the spot and it becomes like hardcore lore. You know, they're like, some random fan will ask George Lucas, like, hey, like, how does Qui-Gon get his hair like that? And then instead of just being like, he combs it, or I don't know, in his need to just wow people, George Lucas will be like, well, Qui-Gon has a hairdresser. And then you find out that Qui-Gon has an official hairdresser. Really, Raymond? Well, no wonder I've been having issues selling at Area 18. Tell me more about this bug. Ah, C-Stacks, that's so nice. I don't know, Anthony. He does make up a lot of stuff. I mean, do you remember what he used to call the music that the Cantina band played? It had a very specific name. Oh, John, yes. Okay, listen. I loved Jar Jar. I still do. I really enjoy Jar Jar. Like, one, Jar Jar's done a lot of terrible, no good things. That's it, Arcturius. Yes, yeah, that was the genre of music that they played. That man with a straight face told people that that was what that genre of music was called. Hey, Sapper. Hey, Papa G. Well, Raymond, that really annoys me because you know my love of Area 18. Oh, Mabutu. Yes. Okay, like, listen, like, I know Jar Jar had an annoying voice. But, like, I really felt like he was the anti-Yoda. You know, he's some mysterious, hapless creature they meet on the side of the road. He's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but... Oh, Papa, yes. Yes, I have. Granted, who knows how long it's going to be before we get them. Like, I know they said we're probably going to see about 7 ships by the time the IAE rolls around. Now, Anthony, that's true. I will take George Lucas over Disney any day. And for one reason only. George knows how to stop spending money. Like, okay, like The Acolyte. The Acolyte was trash, but I miss it. And I wanted it to keep going because sometimes things get better. Or if they don't get better, they at least get to wrap up a story. But no, somehow they spent $230 million on like what, 8 episodes? Now, Anthony, I want to make sure that we're absolutely clear. The Acolyte was not good. There's a lot of things that I enjoy that are not good. I mean, I watch Thanksgiving every year. Is Thanksgiving good? God, no.
Launch complete.
But
Landing gear up.
they did enough key jangling. And honestly, like the guy from
Thank you. And please visit again.
I forget the actor's name from Squid Game. But he played Soul. That dude carried every scene he was in, and unfortunately he wasn't allowed to be in enough scenes to him to carry the show. But him and what is his name? Manny. He played Jason Mendoza in The Good Place. Those two, just to have those two on screen, I would suffer like 4 or 5 more episodes just for those two, because they were amazing actors carrying a very bad plot. Yeah, the thing is, like, nothing ever really happened in each episode. That was my big issue. Like, I remember watching the first 2 episodes and being so annoyed that nothing happened. Oh, feel good. I can imagine. Like, dude learned English for that show. And he carried. He carried hard. Yeah, Dragnos, like, you know, Godzilla -1 was like 15 million for the whole thing. Like, I don't know what Disney's spending 230 million on, since they just use screens in the background of everything. But like, hey, Scott. If you're just joining us, we are, I'm talking about how, despite the Acolyte being trash, I want it to continue. Yeah, Coyote, that's another thing, too. Also, like, okay, this is gonna sound really dumb. I feel like one of the issues with the Acolyte is it's called Star Wars The Acolyte, but in a series called Star Wars, there ain't no wars. Like, it takes place during a time of peace. Like, you know, Rogue One was the interim between 2 different wars. Han Solo was leading up to a war. We got more wars in 7, 8, 9. You know, The Mandalorian again takes place between the interim of wars, with people gearing up for stuff again. But you know, for a series called Star Wars, there weren't any wars in the Acolyte. Hey, guy. Now, I would watch Star Police Academy.
Quantum fuel is at 75%.
Hey, Sibo, good to see you, man. And yeah, Anthony, like, I don't blame him for selling it off. Oh yeah, like fans get rabid. I mean, have you guys met Star Wars fans? Or shoot, even Star Trek fans? Like, really just fans of anything. I mean, you guys remember when the Sonic fandom bullied Paramount? Or heck, Transformers fans. The worst person to talk to about any sort of hobby is a fan of the hobby. I don't know, beggars. I liked old Kumir. He had that almost like a drunken boxing style. Not fight-wise, but just almost philosophy-wise. Like, episode 5 was the most worthwhile one. Oh, Ken, what happened with your laptop, man? I feel like you just got that a year ago. I mean, Scott, that's fair. That's fair. Like, you know, we're all fans.
Quantum drive is now off.
You see, Ken, I think that's probably where I defer, because, like, I enjoy the useless stuff. Like, okay. So you guys remember the Holdo maneuver, right? From episode 8 that everybody hated? Did you know that has actually been done like 3 times in Star Wars lore? Like, twice in the books, and then once in the in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Because, like, in Battlefront 2, there's I forget what chapter it is. I think it's Vader's Fist. A bunch of Star Destroyers drop out of jump. And there's a bunch of Rebel ships getting ready to go to jump. But they're too close to the Star Destroyers. And if they make the jump that close, they'll rip the Star Destroyers to shreds. So you have to jump in a bunch of TIE fighters and shoot them down before they can make it the jump. And basically, you know, take out the Star Destroyers in a suicide run. So, there is pre-Disney use. There is pre-Disney precedent of the Holdo maneuver.
Gear down.
But then everybody started criticizing it, and it's like, oh, hell, I guess you're not a true fan if you don't know about it already being in Star Wars. That, of course, upset a lot of people. And I get the whole logistics thing of, like, why wouldn't you just do it with droids or whatever, which is a poor use of droids. Like, come on. They already don't have rights. Hey, squirrel. Ah, Ken, that's fair. It is nice to have one that you can actually take with you. And Guy, I have seen Forever Winter. I haven't got to play it yet, though. I'm gonna be honest. Dude, I've been playing Railroader still. It's very fun, and it's so hard for me to give it up. Oh yeah, no, Cyril, there was way more wrong with the movie than just the Holdo maneuver. Like, the whole B plot with the code breaker would have actually been worthwhile if he actually paid off. And I know the lesson they were trying to send was the whole, like, sometimes you just need to stick to the plan. But when it comes to telling a story, there's this little thing called Chekhov's gun. And if you dedicate an hour to a B plot that doesn't actually go anywhere, then you've just wasted the audience's time. Yeah, I feel good. Also, like, what they did to my man Akbar. Also, I feel like they really should have just let Leia bow out right there. Now, Scott, hold on. What about Rogue One? What about Rogue One? Is Rogue One not Star Warsy enough? I'm sorry, beggars. Ah, yes, springtime for Palpatine. I'd watch that. You know, guy, I heard something about that. And, I haven't really got to play the game, but I think it is annoying. They have to worry about water going away in real time. Like, if I'm at dinner, I have to, I mean, that's just forcing me to play Rust or Ark all over again. Hey, Star. Not so bad. Just got back on my first run. I mean, Scott, that's fair. Like, you know, if you want to be a purist, I get it. Yeah, Coyote. Like, that's the thing. Ain't nobody surviving Rogue One. Except, well, I guess, you know, Vader. Like, okay. Also, my favorite thing about Rogue One is it's just a bunch of guys. It's just a bunch of guys. Like, ain't no special space wizard. Ain't no special... You know, like, oh, I'm the most elite cyber commando. It's like, no, you got Bodhi, who's just a regular Imperial freighter pilot. Like, he's not even some hotshot fighter pilot. No, the dude flies transports all day long. And then there's oh god, I forget how to pronounce his name. Garrett Imwe. And then, of course, old Cassian. Yeah, exactly, Anthony. But, like, you know, it was regular people coming together to pull something off. You want to talk about the power of many? That right there. Rogue One. You guys remember how Rogue One was so good that, like, they wasted Forrest Whitaker and, like, nobody bat an eye? Hey, Gaja. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, K2SO was only there because he was forced to be. Poor droids. I feel like droids get really, like, screwed over in Star Wars. Like, between not having rights, having their memories wiped, just being traded and sold like slaves. Like, really, I feel like that's the real struggle here. Yeah, Chirrut, that's it. But yeah, like... Hey, Christian. You know, guys, still hasn't really changed. It happened to still be in my hangar from the last time I used it, so I'm just using it. Like, it's here. I might as well. Yeah, Zenith, that's a point. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you know, they get the sacred Jedi texts. Those are in some books. Yeah, Saw Gerrera. Which I'm glad they brought him back in Andor. Really glad they brought back Forrest Whitaker to kind of redeem him, because, like, one, you could not understand the guy at all in Rogue One, and two, you could entirely cut out his entire plot and nothing would have changed. Yeah, there's just one book, Sith. They got one book. Huh. Oh, Garen, me too, man. Me too. I really wish I could have gone. It's just a lot of money to get over the pond. And with all my health stuff, it's probably best that I stay in country. Oh, beggars, 100%. I got hundreds of hours in Helldivers. I fight bots exclusively. I haven't fought a bug in months. Wow, that just straight up disappeared. Oh, Anthony, you say that, but they do it all the time. Oh, beggars, Helldivers is wonderful. Fight the bots. There's never enough people on the bot front. I mean, Coyote, that's fair. It's just, you know, the stuff that I need is more of like keep up maintenance style than like an operation or something that does rapid change. I mean, Arcturus, that's true. That's what they did with Black Widow. Killed her off, then gave her a movie. It's like, cool. That's cool. No, that's cool. That's super cool. You guys remember that? When they were like, yeah, we're totally gonna make a Black Widow movie, and then they killed her off before giving her a movie. You know, beggars, I have, and I need to go back to it. My issue with X4 is I find the keybinds to be atrocious. So I have to rebind basically the entire game before I can really go back to it. Yeah, like Logan, then Deadpool 3, and you know, Deadpool 3 lampshaded it a bit. You know, they made it part of the plot, which was nice. Don't know if I want to do that. Maybe I will. It's not that bad of a job. Well, shoot, that's just next door. Agnes to Everest. Oh, no, I did that the other day. That's a long drive. Yeah, you know what? I think we're just going to take that, yeah. Oh, Terry, maybe not even that time. Because, like, a lot of the stuff that we're hauling, like, unless you're doing trade, you're not going to make money off of. Like, it's all tin and aluminum and tungsten. And Like, unless the pirate just wants to blow you up, they're not going to make much money off of it. You know, beggars, I've got to play Sins of a Solar Empire. I wanted to, but just had a lot on my plate, and I keep coming back to the same games. Now, Anthony, I have not seen Rings of Power yet. Though I saw a trailer, and I was not impressed with some of the fight choreography. Which movie has the best popcorn bucket? Brandon, that would be Transformers Rise of the Beasts. And Ethan, not yet. But yeah, Brandon, Rise of the Beasts actually had 2 popcorn buckets. There was one that is Optimus Prime's head that lights up, like the eyes light up, and that one's cool and all. But there's another one that is the full semi-truck. And the trailer pops open for your popcorn, and you can fill the cab with your drink. And the smokestacks are the straws. Like, you know, as far as using it, I don't know, but like the concept of making it both cool looking and actually able to be used is nice. Like, they mix the two between form and function. Now, D&D had a great popcorn bucket, and I kick myself for missing that popcorn bucket because I wanted to fill it with dice. You know, Skell, I just like the way it looks. There are certain things about it that I prefer. The C2, while being the superior cargo hauler, just doesn't feel as nice. The Caterpillar feels like home. Yeah, like, I'm just glad we finally got Optimus Primal in a movie. Like, I'm sad that it had to be, you know, someone besides Gary Chalk.
Quantum fuel is at 75%.
Like, I had a very rough childhood, as a lot of you know. And Gary Chalk's rendition of Optimus Primal was a heck of a surrogate father for me at times. Or really just a surrogate parent, you know, because, like, shoot. If anything, my mom was probably worse than my dad. That took a lot of what that robot monkey had to say to heart, you know? Now, beggars, I did play the first one. I have not played the second one yet, but I did play the first Railway Empire. It was very fun, although I had a lot of issues with track laying in the game, because I got very used to playing Mashinki, which is similar to Railroad Empires. It's a Czech game. Like, the developer is from the Czech Republic. And Mashinki, while not graphically amazing, is oh so fun, and they make it a lot easier to really get in depth laying your track work. Oh man, Anthony, I wanted to see Rat Trap 2. You know they would have messed it up though. They would have, instead of giving us Scott McNeil, they would have given us, I don't know, Danny DeVito or something. And that would have been fun, but Coyote, stop it. Stop it. I'm warning you. You can't. Don't get me into Satisfactory. I like having things called time. Skill ever, how goes the day, man? You know, feel good now that I say that. I actually would. Dang it! I actually kind of want to see that. I kind of want to see Danny DeVito runaway rat trap. Just like him looking around going like, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Coyote. Listen, I already got trains, right? Like, I got Railroader. Just completed my tables last night so I can finally start setting up my model railroad layout, which I'm gonna do today after I finish stream.
Landing gear down.
Oh, Brandon.
Torpedo burrito.
Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Hey, there is nothing wrong with mistaking a semi-truck for a dad, all right? Or maybe a giant monkey. There's nothing wrong with that. Although I don't know if I would bring that up in therapy. You know, I actually saw a therapist for a while. until I found out. I told you guys the story before. But I had a stepmom who cheated on my dad, right? Pretty much ruined him. Turns out my therapist was the sister of the guy that my stepmother cheated on my dad with. So that was really awkward. Really, really awkward. I had to try to find a different therapist after that, which was really hard in Malvern. Not a lot of therapist people. Oh, yeah.
Torpedo burrito.
Thank you, kid. Thank you, man. Man, I'm gonna have to say the Zeus CL. Until I get confirmed stats on everything else, I'm gonna go the Zeus CL. Just because, one, I like the paint job on it. It's got a nice paint job. Okay, that's all tungsten. It's all tungsten, yep. But, depending on how things go, I might change my tune to that Misc Fortune. And Raymond, I think my table will be satisfactory, although it will be slow going at first. Oh, no, Raymond, you're good. You're good. See, Anthony, like, okay, I had a lot of issues with therapy, because, like, when I was 14, I got the crap beat out of me by my dad. And my mom thought I needed a therapist, and what I really needed was a doctor. Like, I also needed a therapist, but not the one that I got. And this therapist was very good at pitting my parents against each other, or scheduling things where they would run into each other and then blow up, because they hated each other. They'd call scenes, and the cops would get called, and then I would be super embarrassed because I'd be out in the lobby, you know. And when you're a teenager, like, everything's embarrassing. But, you know, it put me off of therapy for a long time because I just felt like I could not trust anyone in the therapy profession. And the thing about therapists is they're people too, just like you. They got their own issues. So while I absolutely encourage therapy for anything, I don't care if you're upset about stubbing your toe or if just, you know, something absolutely horrible happened. Like, seek help. You also have to find the right therapist for you. Because it turns out they're not all interchangeable. It's not just, you know, the same person asking, how does that make you feel? No, it turns out that, you know, you're going to click differently with different folks, even if they all have the same therapy degree or wherever they go to get licensed. Yeah, exactly, Drop Hammer. Because I told her some things that might reevaluate that family situation. Heck yeah, guy. You can't see it, but I'm raising my hand. Oh, Arcturus. God, yes. Secondhand smoke is the reason that I have terrible baby lungs. Come on. There we go. Yeah, Anthony, and that's the thing, too. Like, you know, no parent is going to be perfect. Like, parents bring you into a world that you're not going to survive. And also, a lot of parents, whether they realize it or not, carry on a lot of things from their parents. Like, I'm gonna quote a show that I saw as a kid. Like imagine like a line of parents all the way back down to the very first parents. And your parents have to deliver a punch. Now, a parent's job is the best they can to try to make that punch as soft as possible. And it's still going to hurt, and sometimes they're going to hurt you more than they mean to. But a lot of parents, good parents, are going to try their best to soften the blow. And you don't always realize that. But the good ones will try. Yeah, motherfucker, that's another thing, too. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the horror movie Smile, but the main character in that was a therapist, and yet, for being a therapist, God, she was terrible at communicating with her family. Like, you know, she needed her own therapist. Hey! Thank you, Coyote. Thank you, Bad. Like I should be giving you money, and you had a birthday, so you know what that means. You guys know what that means, right? Oh, I just messed up. I just realized I have a load of tungsten to load up. Yeah, Anthony, like, you know, every time I would try to call my mom on something, she would just go with, oh, I guess I'm just a crappy parent. I'm no good. I'm terrible. I'm the worst. And, you know, it's one of those things where it just shuts down any sort of meaningful dialogue, because then you have to start apologizing and you go, wait a minute. No, hold on. This isn't what we're here for. All right, Coyote, let me get this tungsten called up here. All right. So everybody out there, it is Coyote's birthday. Well, technically yesterday, and we're celebrating it now. So if you know the words, hop on in. If you don't want to listen, now is the time to mute. So without further ado, let's jump in. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Coyote. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Coyote. As said by the guy in the Waffle House birthday song, may you live 1,000,000 years. Although he delivers his without the same fervor. He says it very, I'm here to collect a paycheck and nothing more. Hey, Vidar. Oh, you just came in at the wrong time is all. I like myself, Vidar. You know, actually, there's these cute little ribbons that you can buy, like little award ribbons you'd get as a kid, and they say silly things like "I dressed myself today," or "I tied my shoes," or, you know, "room cleaning champion." But they have one, and it's got this turtle on it, well, technically a tortoise, and he's so proud of himself, and it says, "I like myself." And I just want to buy a pack of those and hand them out to people. Because, like, liking yourself is very hard to do. Very hard to admit to and very hard to genuinely do. Because, let's be honest, you know, when you live with yourself every day and you're alone with your thoughts, you tend to not like yourself. Which is silly because tons of people around you like you. But that's the hardest thing to learn to do. Is to be at peace with yourself, to like yourself. So I hope everybody out there is learning to be at peace with themselves and like themselves. Honestly, Drop, there's a high chance that's a ribbon. Like, they had ribbons for just about everything. I'm wondering if I can still order them. Yeah, exactly, Coyote. Like, you gotta live with yourself the longest out of anybody else, so. It is time to learn to like your own company. And I want you guys to know, you ain't as bad as you think you are, as far as company goes. Oh, Enrise, I know. Like, I wish the freight elevator was, you know, right here. You know, the part that says heavy cargo. If only the part that says heavy cargo could have the freight. Oh yeah, Anthony. I do miss going to them. That's just expensive, you know? Like, I could try to organize one here in Little Rock, but I'm lazy. I mean, yeah, social media don't help. Social media don't help at all. How about this, Anthony? How about theme park citizen? How about we all get together and meet at Six Flags and ride rides together? Actually, ooh, I just realized it's October. Oh. That means all the theme parks are putting on spooky season. Oh, wow, I missed 2 boxes. Hey, Gaz. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I love going to haunted house attractions. I hope that I die in a haunted house attraction. Like, every year I go out seeking the most extreme, ridiculous, over-the-line haunted houses that I can, and every year I get disappointed. Because what I want out of a haunted house, legally, I don't think they can give me. But I love haunted house attractions. And now, with it being spooky season, Oh, the season of haunted houses has returned. Sadly, Gaz, it can't. Like, you can fit them in there, but they won't grid. So I would suggest against it. I mean, are you curious? I'll go to Cedar Point as long as they put on some sort of, you know, Halloween thing. Man, I gotta start looking too. The season will be over before I know it. Like I'm already missing one day. Yes, do they come in 32s?
Quantum fuel is at 100%.
Oh, granulates, it'll come around. Although I guess they're out of man. I just realized we're allowed of Drake ships. Like, until the Kraken and the Ironclad comes out, we're not getting any more new ghoulish green paints. Granulus, have you got to see Transformers 1 yet? Say yes. Please say yes. Oh, Vidar, it's good for lots of things. The chill in the air, the leaves falling, all the decorations coming up. Give you spoilers? What do you mean give you spoilers? I ain't gonna give anybody spoilers. Well, Mabutu, there's I don't want to spoil it. Let's just say there are other things coming very soon other than RSI. Hey, Via. Okay, well, you see, I can't help on that one. I can't help, you know, comedy's subjective.
Quantum drive is now off.
But you saw what I meant, right? About like almost like tearing up for Megatron. Say what I miss playing in the same room, Command and Conquer. I only got to do it a few times, but man, those were some memories. StarCraft, less so. Like, I played it, I just got my butt kicked a lot, so I have somewhat less fond memories. But the togetherness was still there, you know? I mean, like, I still felt like he was a little justified.
Thank you, and please visit again. Please proceed to assigned landing.
You know, Arturius, I have never been to a reunion. Probably never will. Yeah, it is, Vidar. Man, good Good old Red Alert 2.
Landing gear down.
You know, long ago, long time ago, before I started this channel, I actually temporarily, or oh so briefly, used to stream Command & Conquer Red Alert 2. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I'd play with a few friends and we would just stream our matches. And yeah, it was only ever like, 3 people watching. That was so fun.
Landing complete.
Alright, we're at Baijini Point. Yeah, like, I'm curious, like, okay, I feel like with social media these days, what's the point of a reunion? Like, if I want to talk to, I don't know, whoever, I could just send them a message. Like, I'm not going to be surprised at what they've gotten up to because I can just go look it up. All right, 25 SCU of aluminum. Oh yeah, Vidar. I mean, shoot, I've still got my original discs. I think I bought Red Alert 2 like 5 times. SCU to Baijini is 16. Yeah, Vita, you see, back when you still had, physical media, I bought the regular, like, Red Alert 2, and then I bought like a double pack that had Red Alert 2 and Yuri's Revenge, and then I bought like the first Decade pack, which had pretty much all the Command & Conquers except for, oh, what was it? Soul Survivor? And then I bought it digitally. And then I bought another pack that had all the Command & Conquers, including 3 and Kane's Wrath. Hey, Joe Baba. I mean, Raymond, that's fair. I ain't gonna fault you there. I just love the story, and I could play it a lot better than I could StarCraft, that's for sure. I mean, shoot, back in the day, it was called the the Tank Rush, not the Zerg Rush. All right, we'll send this down, then grab the tungsten. Yes, Joe. Yes. Another fence builder. Like, you remember just like wasting time, like hours on a single skirmish match, just messing with the computer? Like, I used to try to build like gauntlets for them to run. You'd have like turrets auto firing at one particular location. So there's like 8 turrets just firing at one square. That way, whenever they ran through it, they would just take the damage from that, but they wouldn't continue firing. Overcharging all the Tesla towers. Doing the same thing. Come on. Yeah, Raven? Oh, yeah, I guess. Do you guys remember Command and Conquer Renegade? When they made a first-person shooter? Like, I know it wasn't very good. But, to me, I loved it. Oh yeah, Joe. Like Renegade was a it took place during the first game, like, you know, Siberian Dawn. But you played as a commando, Nick Havoc Parker. And the cool thing was, since it was a first-person shooter, you actually got to go inside all the buildings. And it had a really neat PvP mode, where it was basically the RTS, but, you know, team-based. So, like, you and your friends would invade the enemy base, try to blow up, like, their hand of Nod. You'd have to worry about base defenses. You could save up money to buy vehicles, so you could go in with a tank or a hovercraft, or even purchase a harvester, have to worry about them attacking your harvester. If you walked through Tiberium, you would die. Some maps you could actually buy, like the Orca bombers, the Nod helicopters. And there was a big group that actually made a full Red Alert conversion mod. But it was incredibly fun. At least it was to me. Yeah, see, Raymond's heard of Renegade. All right, let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle. Am I headed to Tresler? You know, Gaz, I should swap ships. You can probably guess my favorite ship.
You are clear to launch.
Launch complete. Landing gear up.
Yeah, I have, and the Corsair is actually really good for hauling contracts.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Like, especially starting out to like the mid-range.
Is now off.
Aurora? Vito, how you gonna do a hauling contract with an Aurora? Come on, son. Jen, I'm not entirely sure if those are legit. Like, I could be wrong. But that seems very silly. Oh, Joe, yeah, I remember those days. No, Raymond, you're fine, man. Like, I get it. To each their own. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and badger anybody to like Drake, you know? Like, I think Drake should be good enough that it attracts its own followers. Right now, Drake ain't in the best position, especially if, you know, changes in 324.2 follow through.
Quantum fuel is at 75%.
I mean, Wolf, if that's the case, they gotta port that over to every other large ship, you know? Hey, and Revenant. I mean, Gaz, you might be able to. It just depends. Like, you know, everything is soloable. It just depends on if it's effective. Like, can I do combat in something? Probably not, but I can get it from point A to point B. Ooh, Setos, that's a little... That's a little extreme, don't you think? It's a little, whew. But what if I just earn it with money?
Quantum fuel is at 15%.
Yeah, but what if I just gave them money, like $30, and just got a better ship? I don't know how to play without my money. I mean, Granulus, that would be nice. I mean, shoot, if I could just get a functioning economy that made trade worthwhile again, I would give up Drake for a week. Heck, maybe a month. mean, in Revenant, is it nepotism if I'm rewarding myself? All right, Zenith, what would the starter ship be? Like, can I do it with a
Is now off.
can I do it with a cutter? Well, you see in Revenant, my inner child didn't get a lot, so I reward it by giving it things instantly. Yeah. MP UV cargo. Actually, yeah, that would work. Now, are you saying that I have to earn the money to buy the ship in game? So I have to do like a whole bunch of runs. Can I rent? Like, take me over this again. Give me the synopsis again.
Gear down.
Me too, Granulus. Oh man, Granulus, did I tell you that I found a Springer? He was missing his hammer, but I bought him anyway. Because I felt bad. I didn't want him to go, like, you know, into a compactor or something, since he was missing pieces.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay. Please proceed to
But there was a
assigned
Studio
landing
Series Springer at Target. I picked him up. They also had that Power of the Primes Optimus they rolled out to all the targets. Oh, Joe, the C8R is so nice. Especially now that you can respawn in them. What have I done?
Landing gear up.
There we go.
Landing gear down.
If I do this, though, I'm doing it at ArcCorp.
landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Okay, so Seneth, you're saying when I hit the next rank, I could get a bigger ship. Not money, but rank.
Quantum fuel is at 1. Engines offline.
Raymond, I have. I mean, Raymond, you forget I've actually done deliveries on Yela. I've circumnavigated Yela with the Argo. You know, Granulus, I'm sad that I never got Sandstorm. I really wanted him. I also want that Commander Optimus Prime. But I try to do this thing where I only pick them up if I see them in stores. And living in Arkansas, well, Arkansas doesn't get a lot of the cool stuff. Always Yela. That sounds right, Zenith. Oh, Raymond, it took a while. It's like a solid hour. Well, you see, Joe, I am from Arkansas. So we pronounce things a little silly sometimes. Ask a southerner to try to say the word rural. God, that is so hard. Usually we just go like rural. That second R never gets pronounced. Yeah, exactly, Gaz. Rural. Oh, Joe, I've seen that. See, we do that too, though. Like, especially a lot of our older folks. Like, we like to add extra R's and things, like warsh. I'm gonna go wash my car. A rural horror. See, now I can say horror. God, actually, did I say that right? Horror? Okay, now I'm second guessing myself. Let's see. Horror movie. There. Horror movie. Yes. Rural horror squirrel. I mean, guy, you're welcome to come along. Let's see what else I got to haul after turning this one in. Oh, you're already in here. Send you an invite. Oh man, Uwe Boll. No! Not Uwe. You see, Joe, down here, you have to be very careful how you pronounce that word and horses. Because sometimes they become interchangeable. And some people who pronounce things a little bit more lackadaisically get some odd looks when talking about a horse. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. That's going a little fast. That's good. Seneth, that is nice. Like, especially if they were hiding in a bunker. It would be funny just to leave their ship, but extract the quantum drive. Wouldn't even need a mantis. I don't like that. That's a lot of places to go. Hey. Nope. That's still going to the ground. All these multi-points. We can't trust any of the ground-based ones because they like to break a lot. Which is really sad. Yeah, that's not too bad. Tell you what, guy, meet me at Crew L1. I mean, intricate plans do like to fall apart. And Vidar, it wouldn't work. Like, it would start up for a little bit, then shut down. Joe, as far as I know, for NPC ships, it should be fine. The thing about player ships is, if it's a default component, I don't think they'll let you sell it. So they might just be disappearing it.
Engines online.
It's going on. Oh, they're even upgraded components? I don't know that. There we go. No. Stop it. Stop it.
You are clear to launch.
Oh my god. Maybe it'll fix once I take off. No.
Launch complete.
What is going on now? What is this awful bug? What is this? You're gonna make me use Toby.
Gear up.
Thank you. And please
Joe, that's what I'm doing. Like, once I let go of it, it starts to go up again. Like, I've never had it be that persistent. It's incredibly annoying. Like, I'll just use Toby to keep it straight for now, but it's like if I let go of Toby... Oh, now it stays straight. Okay. Okay. Hey, Allie.
Quantum drive is now online.
Not actively. Like, I've got one. I turn it off and on depending on what I'm doing.
Vida.
Good luck at school, buddy. Oh man, I don't miss that. School. You guys remember school? Oh man, Ollie, what you on the road for? And honestly, you're not missing much. Like, it's fun and all, but you know.
Quantum fuel is at 75%.
Sometimes it's nice to be out and about. You know, Mobutu, I had a doctor once. Her name was Dr. Declue. And if that ain't the most apt name for somebody chasing down a mystery, I don't know what is. Hey, Mr. Brooks. Ah, work related, huh? You gonna go give a speech? Ooh, and Revenant, that's fun. No speech. Oh, come on, Ollie.
Quantum fuel is at 15%.
Did get an email. There's this IgA nephropathy foundation that emails me from time to time. They had a thing about traveling to Chicago for a regional workshop on communication between patients and doctors. I thought about signing up for that. Especially if they'll pay for my trip to Chicago. Honestly, Ollie, I'm actually not super hyped for SidCon. Probably because I'm not going. Like, I'm excited, but like,
Quantum drive is
You remember how we had CitizenCon last year? And it was all about pyro. And, well, you notice how we're not in pyro? Like, I feel like the only thing that we really got from last year's CitizenCon is the hair. And while the hair is nice, I just...
Landing gear down.
I feel like we're missing a few things that we saw last year. So I'm going to see more things that I won't have for over a year. Mabutu, she was actually an eye doctor. Oh yeah, and the map, and the map, and the map. Forgot about the map. You're right. We did get the map. Credit where credit's due.
Landing gear up.
Oh, death factor. No. You think I'm going to be up at 5 a.m. for that? I don't think so.
Landing gear down.
The thing that I don't like about the map is the delay. Like, if I go to the map... Actually, I'll show you right now. Let me just... land.
Landing complete.
Alright, so if I go to the map right now... and I type, I don't know, Crew L5... nothing happens. So then I got a backspace, do it again, then it pops up. But the delay irks me, because if I'm in combat, seconds count. And if I'm trying to get away, I shouldn't have to deal with type delay.
Quantum fuel is at 100. Engines offline.
Like, that is my biggest gripe with it. AMD, I don't know about CitizenCon, but it will for sure go for sale in November during the IAE. Also, AJ, good to see you. See, if it doesn't go on sale during CitizenCon, which it might, it'll definitely go for sale in November. Oh yeah, when we're supposed to get that that quantum method. See, titanium, aluminum, we'll just separate those. Oh, the Endeavor. I'd like to see the Endeavor. AMD, I'm getting the Zeus CL. That's the only one I got on my list right now. Because I'm not too worried about doing combat in it. And, I just don't see the reason to take the base model over the cargo. Yeah, the Super Cruise Quantum. Actually, both. Also, I just like the paint job on the CL. Blue with the stripy stripes. You know, Mabutu, after the whole Atlas debacle, I feel the same way. I mean, Joe, I could use it. I mean, heck, I've got one right now. For some reason. I'm just not. I think it's useful. I just find it very sketchy. Yeah, Road Rash. Also, that was a very fun game on Sega Genesis. You guys remember Road Rash? Wait, hold up, Death. There was a Road Rash 64? I didn't know that. Nobody ever told me. Also, I like how, like, most N64 games just went with name plus 64. It was such a fun time. Except for, you know, Clay Fighter 63.5. Like Excite Bike 64, Super Mario 64. Apparently Road Rash 64. Yeah, Pilot Wing 64. Yeah, Joe, Excite Bike 64. Actually, I think my N64 came with a copy of Excite Bike. I didn't get my N64 until like the GameCube was already out. But that was fine. That just meant the games were cheaper. At Pokemon Stadium. Death, that is true. Oh yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day. And all they did, which I really hope means that the Apollo is in there somewhere. Really hope the Apollo is in there somewhere. Yeah, 1G, were they blown away by the graphics? I remember seeing Pokemon in 3D for the first time, watching them fight, listening to that announcer. Both Pokemon are running out of steam. I mean, 1G, I can't blame them. Like, Nintendo is the king of weird controllers, but the N64 really takes the cake. One moment. Yeah, but Death, with a catchy theme song, they can make it about friendship and togetherness. It's like, I love my Charizard. I've raised it since it was a Charmander. We share an incredibly close bond. Now, I'm going to go make it fight my friends for money. Yeah. Come on, you give it a good enough theme song, we can excuse anything. Yeah, but Fight Club had, I don't know, depression and emotional damage and terrorism, and Pokemon just has... Actually, it has all those things. Now that I think about it. Mewtwo was very depressed. Oh god, you know 1G, back when I worked at GameStop, we had the Game Informer magazine. That was probably the best joke they ever pulled off. Was Michael Vick's Nintendogs. And they got so many angry letters from parents about that one. Whew. Oh boy. Whew. Lot of angry letters about that April Fool's edition. Yeah, Raymond? Heck yeah, Team Sony. Sega does what Nintendo don't. I was a big fan of Sony. Like, you know, these days it's all PC, but I mean, Drop Hammer, it does. I mean, you know, like Mewtwo was all sad that he was a clone. And then, you know, Pikachu pride. Team Rocket's always causing terrorism. I'll tell you though, those PS2s, those things are strong. Oh god, you had the Dreamcast. I'm so sorry. Like Dreamcast, gosh darn it, like Dreamcast tried. Like there was a lot of things that definitely were ahead of its time, like having the interactable memory card and trying to actually get online. You know, 1G, Brock did have an absent father. And when he finally met him again, he let him have it. There was none of that, you know, I forgive you, daddy, or anything like that. He was like, no, you were never there for us. I had to step up and be a parent when I was still a child. You know what? I think he's gonna go down here. Oh, it's okay. It's Noxum. Okay. Sorry. Oof. All right. I mean, Drop Hammer, it really did. Man, like, I cannot tell you how much I got lost in the sauce when it came to video games to avoid, you know, the childhood. Like, it's a good thing I didn't play games online, because I would have been that kid that you could hear their parents shouting in the background. Because, like, while they were divorced and they didn't live together, they ran into each other a lot. You know, 1G, we've got a N64 here. Really enjoy playing pod racing and Rogue Squadron on it.
Engines online.
Ooh, the Amiga. Hey, but you could still play Scorched Earth, though, right? Right? Like, I know that's not a huge consolation. I had a friend who had an Amiga. Oh, death. I remember that cursed game. Yeah, Mabutu. That's what they did. Like, they'd scream at each other at counseling. That was always embarrassing.
Launch complete.
Yeah, Drophammer. It was a game with fish, but they had human faces, and you could
Gear.
talk to them. It was very out there. It's basically the intro to Monty Python's Meaning of Life, but aimed at Gen Xers. Oh yeah, the good old expansion pack. Well, you needed the expansion pack. Because, like, Donkey Kong 64 had a huge memory leak. And they couldn't fix it, so they just shipped the expansion pack with the game. Alright, well, that's fine. We'll just go to Hurston then. Yeah, feel good. Look it up. It's
Quantum drive is now.
it's a kooky game. Yeah, Raymond? Hey, there's some good stuff on PlayStation. You know, the Metal Gear Solid series got remade. That sounded like a loose box. Yeah, Ollie, I missed that too. Like, you guys remember Mercenaries, the first one? I went crazy for that game. I easily put in 1,000 hours. I just miss the excitement of a new game. Like, really, I just miss being that excited about anything. I feel like as an adult, as you build up your filters and just the general nihilism that comes with being an adult, you don't get that as much. Like, a game comes out, and you go, oh, sweet, a new game. Like, you don't have that wonderment, that joy of that tentative exploration into a brand new experience. Man, 1G, that is a haul right there with a terrapin. You know, I hear, little birdie told me, that the terrapin is getting some nice things this Halloween. Yeah, like, I'm excited for clans, but like, I know I'm not gonna have that same excitement that I did for Mercenaries, you know, or other games. See, Scott, that's BS. That's BS. Obi-Wan can say whatever he likes, but he's a liar. Here we go. Yeah, AJ, I'm gonna drink some cruise once I dock.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Don't do it. Yeah. Finally, not at the far side of the station. I mean, honestly, Raymond, I don't see the point in the PS5 right now. Seems like half the games on it are remakes of ones that were on 3 and 4.
Landing gear down.
Like Astrobot, or whatever you call it, seems kind of cool.
Have a pleasant stay.
Engines offline.
Yeah, it's their own. But it's fun though, right? Here, let's do the big ones first. There'll be 3 big ones, then a 2 and a 1. Oh yeah, the Switch. Switch 2 is supposed to be coming out this year, right? I feel like, you guys feel like consoles are coming out with less and less titles? Like, I remember back when it was like, you know, PS3 had no games. And now, like, you look at the PS3 and its library is gargantuan compared to the library of the PS4. Ollie, not much. It's just barely into member level. I'll be honest, I have not really been focusing on Star Citizen in my spare time. I've been trying to enjoy other things, and I've been burnt out with how bad they may trade. Yeah, Anthony, we're just talking about Nintendo 64. So, let me take a quick drink. I also like how when the Wii came out, Nintendo tried to claim that Wii Sports was the best-selling game on Wii, and it's like, yeah, because it comes with every console. Like, if you force me to take it, you can't claim it's the best-selling one. All right, I don't think I can drop the bottle here. See, one Christmas, my dad bought me a PlayStation 2. Christmas of 2004, I want to say. And really, it was just to buy his way back into my good graces. Make up for beating me / putting me in the hospital and counseling. And I think I got to enjoy it for maybe 2 months. Until my mom decided to beat me with the PlayStation 2 I was gifted for for making up for beating me. Yeah, Death. Like, you know, the cruel irony was not lost on me. Then I had to save up my own money. And, let's see, we're doing 22 here, so that's 16. That would be 24. I had to save up my own money and buy a PS1. Like, you know, obviously I couldn't afford a PS2 in 2004. I was 14. Okay, so that's 20. 20. Oh, no, no, no. Come back, come back. 22. Yeah, I think the only ever game I got family to play, and by that I mean like having my mom play a game with me in the room, was Page Master. And Page Master was difficult. Page Master was so hard. Well, the PlayStation incident happened in 2004. What is going on with these boxes? Right. Let's get out of here. Yeah, see, 1G. Okay, so what my mom would do, that always annoyed me, is when we got a computer, she would play solitaire on the computer for hours. Hours. Oh, no, Raymond, I wasn't grounded from playing on it. She just beat me with it. So it didn't work anymore. She just had a lot of anger issues.
You are clear to launch.
Like, she would go from 0 to 100 at the drop of a hat. And just got incredibly violent. And she wasn't always like that. But, yeah, it's just... I don't know, like, she would be shouty, but it was still more gentle when I was a child. And, like, in the teenage years, she just became awful.
Landing gear up.
Yeah, at Revenant, like, she beat the crap out of me with it. It was like the fat PS2. You know, it had the side grip. I mean, like, the worst thing she did, but, you know, it's the most ridiculous.
Thank you. And please.
Yeah, okay, so if you guys ever wonder if you're a bad parent, ask yourself, have you assaulted your child with a game console that was given to them to make up for assaulting them? If you haven't done that, you're probably an okay parent. No, Anthony, she didn't play Minesweeper. She didn't even play the Space Cadet pinball game. I would have forgiven her for that. No, she played solitaire, which you can do with any deck of cards, and she would do it for hours. And you guys remember the early days of the internet where you desperately had to be on it. And like, for some of us, you know, it was our only connection to the outside world because we lived several miles out in the country and didn't get to go visit people or had friends. Anyway, you know, you desperately want to get online, but oh no. Ma had to play solitaire for 3 hours straight. I mean, guys, that's fair. Like, you know, with the bar that low, like, you don't know if it's amateur pole vaulting or limbo. But, you know, we can raise that bar just a little bit. Yeah, see, Guy, I am sorry to hear that. Guy had a messed up childhood. I know Raymond had a messed up childhood. You know, Derplo, I could never get her to play games like that. Like, I didn't have them. I didn't have any fighting. Well, I had one fighting game, but it was Beast Wars Transmetals on N64, which wasn't a particularly good fighting game. And at that point in my life, I was doing my best to avoid interaction. Well, you know, in Revenant, that's also like when I wanted to be more on my own and stay up later. And you know, the thing is, like, I was a goobery teenager. Like, I would stay up late on the computer, and what was I doing? Playing MUDs. I was playing Medivia, or reading. You know, like, when I was out with my friends, you know, Mom thought I was doing drugs. No, I was getting quarters to play air hockey or watching bootleg shows in Chinese over at my friend Zing's house. Which, you know, I guess was technically illegal, but... like, we got picked up by the cops once ever, and it was for curfew violation. Because we were walking to the store for more batteries for a keyboard. Well, you know, Derpla, we're definitely avoiding those two. Sorry, avoid interaction. How about that? Avoid interaction. We'll just repeat it one more time. Avoid interaction. You see, Anthony, that's all I had to play. Like, I couldn't even get a 56k connection. The best we could get was 16k. Because we had to use People PC. You guys remember the scam that People PC was? Or Net Zero? That's what we had. So, text-based games were about all I could play online. That and Soldat. You guys remember Soldat? Yeah, you know, Death, I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be. Hey, DPT.
Quantum drive is now off.
Ooh, guy. Was it the truth, or was she just being awful? Well, there was a little side-scrolling game called Soldat. It was a cross between Worms and Quake. Where it was just absolute carnage unleashed, side-scrolling, multiplayer shooter. And you could make your own custom levels, and it had tons of cool, different game modes, and it was so fun. And the best part all was, like, it was free. Like, you could pay money to support it. And I probably should have. I probably owe that guy some sort of money for all the 3 hours of entertainment he gave me.
You are clear to launch. Please proceed to assigning
Hey,
landing bay.
wobbly. God, 11 months already. Time flies. Hey, yeah! Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys remember MUDs? Multi-user dungeons. You know what? I want to do a MUD stream one day. I want to do it. They're still around, you know. I know Medivh is still around. That game's been going since 1994. Thank you. Gosh, that's dinner right there. What do you guys think? Quesadilla? I'm kind of leaning quesadilla. Phaedrus, you want to feel really old? You guys remember getting dinked 10 cents every time you sent or received a text message? Which makes you think, technically, they were making 20 cents off every text message. 10 for the person sending it, 10 for the person receiving it. And then some jerkwad would send you a chain mail, like in a text, and you couldn't even explain to them that they were costing you money, because for you to explain it to them, it would cost you money. Or like not being able to call people till after 9 o'clock. Oh my god. Oh, sorry, guy. Like, I remember There was this girl I was dating. I talked to all the time. And I had to wait till 9 o'clock to call her. Although to be safe, it had to be 9:01. You know, just to be safe. But my bedtime was at 10, so it was like, oh, great, we got 59 minutes. Serious? I don't remember Super TV. Tell me about Super TV. I had the same television from 1992 to 2009. So our TV experience was never super. I'm sorry, Raymond, what? What? Now, Anthony, it wasn't black and white, but the TV at my dad's house was black and white. And I remember he was dating this lady, and she had a kid who had a Sega Genesis. And he had the Power Rangers fighting game on Sega Genesis, but the problem was, since our TV was black and white, we could never tell which Ranger we were. Like, it didn't matter who you chose, you were basically always the Black Ranger. G, what in the world was Sega TV? Right, but is that something to do with needing a license to watch TV? Like, I know that's a thing there. Like, you gotta have a TV license. Like, I've seen a lot of coin-operated things. Some of those things that I shouldn't have seen. But I ain't never seen a coin-operated TV. Wow, internet game stream. That is amazing. For the 90s. That is amazing. Yeah, see, serious, that was before my time. I was born in 89. So while I was born in the 80s, I'm not technically granted the rank of 80s child. And, like, we also lived out in the country. Like, we couldn't even get the newspaper, dude. Like, we had to drive to town to Keeney's General Store and pick up the newspaper if we wanted it. All right, I think I got time for one more. See if we can find a quick one. Doesn't involve multi-stop. That's a lot of multi-stop. Does Member not have any direct? Yeah, Raymond, what, like, how does that work? Like, if you buy a TV at a store, do you have to fill, like, a license form? Like, does some guy come around in, like, the bobby cap and go, you know, what's all this then? And pokes his head in the window to see if you've got a license? Like, how does that work? Like, is there, like, a department of TVs? DPT it does, but not by much. You know what? We'll do this. It's a long drive. But it's a simple job. Yeah, see, Wolf, I graduated in 2008. So I'm still a bit of a spring chicken. Yeah, we've done like 2 jobs, 3 jobs today, maybe 4. Hasn't gone up by a whole lot. All right, so Raymond, where do you go to get the license? Like, is it like an actual card? Like with your name and picture on it? Like, how does that...
You are clear to launch.
Online.
We're sorry. You have exceeded the allotted time to depart. We will have to return your ship to storage.
Launch complete.
Hey! Ollie! Thank you, man. Thank you, Ollie. Oh, wow, they were closing the doors on me quick. Thank you so much. That's
Thank you.
dinner and a show right there. I think I will do a quesadilla. My favorite Chinese place is closed on Tuesdays for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I ain't got the gas to get out there. Stop at Hurdle 3. We'll get gas at Hurdle 3. Yeah. Thank you, Ollie. I want you guys to know I really do appreciate you. Oh, Phaedra's God, yes. Well, you see, like, this girl's mom did not like me because I didn't play sports. And she wanted someone super athletic. Like, I ran, but, you know, wow. But her dad was also a trucker. So it's like both the parents, you know, because the dad's never gonna like you. Like, it's just, it doesn't happen. Like, it's his job to not like you. But the mom didn't like me either. And she did everything she could to sabotage us, so we had to be wily. Well, in Revenant, I'm gonna get a quesadilla because my favorite Chinese place is closed. I mean, like, I'd get a quesadilla anyway. It's just, you know, I don't have to worry about having a toss-up right now. And yeah, Death, it's weird. Usually it's Mondays. But this one is closed on a Tuesday. It's odd. Like, this one is called the Orient Express, which I wonder if they know that they named themselves after a famous train. Like, if I had the money, I'd buy them a model of the Orient Express so they could, you know, display it or whatever. But, got a really good sesame chicken, and chicken fried rice is top notch. Like, I don't know about you guys, but every time I go to like a new Chinese place or Japanese place, I'll get the fried rice to see how good it is, because some places skimp. Like, it'll literally just be rice, or like, you know, rice with the peas and carrots and whatever your meat is. But some places go all out. They give the onion, you know, the egg bits, other things. Like, they put a lot of stuff in that fried rice. These guys, not only do they not skimp on the ingredients in the fried rice, man, they will give you a butt ton of it. You know, Renegade, I bet they don't. And Dragnos, I have. I think they could be a bit more best in showy, but I don't mind them. Raymond, you can go to jail? You can go to jail? Just, like, can you imagine, like, sitting in jail next to, like, a Jason Statham type? And he's like, what are you in for? I'm Jason Statham. And it's like, I watch TV without a license and didn't pay a fine. It's like, my God, stay away from me. You're unhinged. How long you in for? I'm in for 7 days. Temple, how goes the day, man? Sorry, we're talking about TV licenses. You know, DPT, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it's gonna be happening at 5 in the morning. And, man, there's a lot of things you can do at 5 in the morning. One of those is sleep. I mean, Derplo, I believe you. Like, I understand that the BBC needs to be funded, but making it like a requirement. Like, we have public broadcasting here, but they don't make me pay for it. I mean, like, okay, they do, like with taxes, but I'm cool with that part. Like, okay, hold up. Could you get a TV but not watch the BBC? Like, or, you know, just use it for streaming or video games. Like, if you had a TV, but you used it for purely not watching television purposes, could they still fine you for not having a license? Like, do you still need a license? Now, serious, I believe that one. Arkansas does not play about levels of tent. Nice, Temple. I mean, I like the Pirate Caterpillar, but, you know, aside from the paint job and the interior, it's the exact same. I mean, Renegade, that's when it starts, you know? And they're always a little bit late. Which is just, you know, how any sort of live entertainment goes. Yeah, like, what happens if you buy a TV off somebody? Like, if they're upgrading, like, do you still have to go get a license? Like, do you have to, like, go buy the... I don't know what you guys have, like a Constellaboratory or whatever, and, like, tell the coppers that you bought a secondhand TV? Yeah, Temple, that's fair. They had one time ever where you could get the Pirate Cat with LTI. And it only lasted a month, and that was in 2016. Hold on, did they just show up randomly? Like, you could be sitting at home, eating a carrot, and then some Bobby just knocks on your door and asks to come in and see your TV license? My God, that sounds annoying.
Quantum fuel is at 100%.
Like, man, that, man. Wait, I'm going to Magnus, not Terra. I don't know, like, suddenly I hear an eagle in the background and I can hear Lee Greenwood singing about how proud he is to be an American where I don't have to pay a TV license. Yeah, like, and PBS thanks you. Like, they just have those, like, Sunday fundraisers. And they say things like, you know, today's program is brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you. Like, as a kid, I always used to swell with pride when I would hear that. Never mind that I never gave them a single dollar. I should fix that. I should send them $10. I watched a lot of PBS as a kid. A lot of Wishbone, a lot of Pappyland, a lot of Kratz Creatures, a lot of Lamb Chop. That one girl with the big comfy couch. You know what, Revan? I haven't seen Eons. And yeah, Shadow, Darth Jar Jar theory is the best theory. I mean, he did give the deciding vote. It gave old Daddy Palps emergency powers. Really, Raymond? So if you really tried hard to monkey around it, you could actually avoid the license and watch the TV. You just can't watch things live. Dragon Tales, yes, Timble, yes. Man, I kind of miss Dragon Tales. Remember they had that one dragon in the wheelchair? I remember trolling people so hard at like when the season finale of Game of Thrones came out. I used to post a picture of him saying that Bran had warged into a dragon, and so many people believed it because they hadn't seen the finale yet. It's like, dude, like, why would you believe that? One, like, this is an animation cell from the very popular show Dragon Tales. And two, I ain't never seen it. How am I gonna know? Oh, God, did they? Might actually have to buy some Legos. Hold on, you can't buy jam? Like, you know, you can't buy alcohol here on a Sunday. Well, I mean, in my state, anyway. But jam? The Bible one makes sense. Like, you know, you're running late for church. You slide into a place right quick. You spend $20. You know, you get your Bible, you go to church. Ooh. Hey, subscriber flares rolling out. Oh, a red custodian. Dang it, I might actually have to pick that up. I am a sucker for the custodian. Yeah, Temple, good luck out there, man. Ooh, good luck in line. Man, this is a long drive. Guy, I apologize for subjecting you to this. I forgot how long of a drive this is. Maybe I should have used the C2. Dennis, what you got for me? What is this? What is this? Ah, the promos. Yeah, see, I'm not too worried about the shotgun. And the posters are, you know, it's whatever. But I am a sucker for the custodian, and I missed the blue one for that one Citizen Con. Actually, I have not picked up the Citizen Con goodies pack yet. Oh, Wolf. Horses. See, Raymond, I would disagree, but I mean, I'm a picky eater, so. Wolf, you know how I feel about horses. You know, Derplo, it makes you wonder, what the heck happened for that to become a law? Because usually, most laws happen because a thing happened. Like, they didn't just arbitrarily come up with this idea about carrying a salmon. Like, somebody did something with a salmon to the point that we felt like we had to pass a law about it. So it makes you wonder, what the heck did they do with a salmon? Skillever, we might get one with 4.0. If that keeps on track, that'll probably be late December, if I had to guess. This is me really guessing. I mean, we might not even get one for 4.0, but that would be the next one that I would assume. Wait, Phaedrus, can we not put them up yet? I mean, like, I know they just go in the hangar, but I thought they were put upable. I mean, I haven't tried.
Landing gear down.
Oh yeah, Mobutu. There's usually always like a Christmas patch. And then they go on holiday for like 3 weeks and everything doesn't work, and then they come back and have to put out the fires. Now, to be fair, I don't want them working over Christmas, just, you know. That's just how development goes. It's like releasing on a Friday. Which, admittedly, they have also done. Ah, gotcha, Phaedrus. I can always check it out. All right. You know, originally, before they started giving it like all the junior, senior, rookie ranks and all that, they actually went with the Japanese system of ranking stuff. Like, you know, F, D, C, B, A. But they realized people were having problems with the highest tier of cargo. Like, it was actually the slowest to run. So they had to revert to this system. Which is strange, but that's what happens when you try to run S-cargo. Yeah, didn't like that one. That's fair. I had to walk a little bit to make that one work. No, DPT, that's fair. That's fair. I understand. In fact, I understand and support. You know what? Yeah, that could. All right, now we can grab them all. I'll just load some in here. That way we can both load at the same time without stepping on each other's toes. Yeah, I'm thinking about that quesadilla. Ooh, it's gonna be a good quesadilla. There's another taco truck nearby that I've been meaning to try. I can't bring myself to break away. Like, you know, you get a taco truck and I'm gonna maintain loyalty. You know, Gold, I had one and I was loading it up and it disappeared and I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll just rock without it. And besides, like, you know, who needs it? Who needs it? What is going on with the shadow under my caterpillar? You guys see that? I move this up and down. It's like the cityscape of Seattle. Weird. How weird. I wonder if it'll do it again. Oh. No, it does not. How odd. All right, now to start the long haul. Wonder if Zenith is in my server. I literally don't think I have the fuel to avoid a mantis trap. Oh, there we go. Zenith is in my server.
Engines online. Quantum fuel is 100%. Launch complete. Landing gear up.
Oh, boo. Thought it was open enough. It was not. That's not you, huh? Must be, somebody else. Raymond, I'm not entirely sure what aspirational ethos means, but I know what you're talking about as far as how they market things. Right, let's get out of here. Hey, Toki. Actually, Gold, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I remember my friend in high school, his mom used to live in New York, selling knockoff designer bags. Yeah, Raymond, like, don't they get jacked a lot? Like, you'll be walking down the street and some incredibly athletic hoodlum will just, like, yank your phone and run off.
Quantum fuel is at 75%.
I mean, like, they're high-end phones. You know, they command a pretty decent price. Yeah, that's odd. Easy anti-cheat should install with Star Citizen. Like, that should be part of the Star Citizen installation. I mean, okay, you know, the keyword here is should. Should gets used a lot in Star Citizen. I would say try to do a full install again. Ooh, Raymond, I believe that. You know, a lot of people buy, like, knockoff AirPods and whatnot, or just earbuds that look like AirPods. Which I get.
Quantum fuel is at 50%.
Oh my god, this is such a drive. Well, we're over halfway there. We're just now entering... We're about to enter Crusader range. Maybe I should stop off for fuel and take a more indirect route. Yeah, I remember that, Ken. Do you remember how you solved it last time? Like, was it a Windows 11 issue? Oh, God, that reminds me. If I ever buy a new laptop, it'll be Windows 11. Just I haven't moved on from 10 yet. Hey, Dark Matter. I'm trying to think, Ken, on how we could...
Is at 25%.
Because didn't Dell help out last time? Ooh, almost there. Oh no, Raymond, I feel you. I feel you. Like, I do not enjoy pulling my phone out in public at all. Heck, like when I'm waiting on the doctor, like, you know, when you sit there in the room forever waiting for the doctor to come in, I don't even pull my phone out there. Like, if I'm sitting at a table at like a little cafe or something, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, I'll do some reading off to one side while I'm eating. Holy crap, I think we're actually gonna make it to Hurston.
Quantum fuel level is low. Quantum drive is now off.
All right. Well, we are sitting on fumes, but that is just enough to get us to Everest. Yeah, Ken, good luck with the books. According to the page master, look to the books. You know what? I might go watch some page master tonight. No, I'm gonna go work on that model railroad. Now that I got these tables finished, I can start laying down the track. See how many extra power supplies that I need. Then I can start begging people for choo-choo trains. Uh-oh. You know what? We'll just eat that.
Is it?
It's a mantis. Like, how much can it hurt?
Contact.
That is a lot of missiles. Yeah, on the opposite side. Okay. Hey, I like October Love. How are you getting so many missiles out of... They give it more missiles? I could have swore it had like 4. Ah, that's sad. That's sad. Those aren't yours. Well, who could they be?
Friendly fire. Your flares are running low.
Well, we better hit the ground running.
Landing.
Thank you. Please visit.
Oh, it's in Revenant.
Beat. Have a pleasant stay.
Oof. Well, that's not gonna work for very long. Hanger fight. Get the top engines. Shut them down.
Shield system reset.
My God. Revenant, you okay? I'm gonna grab more fuel. And maybe some flares. Oh, guy, you crashed? Okay. I'll wait for you. I thought you were just really
Quantum fuel.
focused.
100%.
Thought I just saw legs. Oh, no, guy, that was. And Revenant was the guy firing missiles.
Engines offline.
I forgot to open the doors. You know, Skella, a vulture isn't the worst idea. Not the worst idea in the world. Oh yeah, Raymond, he crashed while firing, so he was disconnected, so he kept firing. Like he couldn't help it. Hey, Jim. Come on, there we go. Yeah, Atlas would make this faster, but that's fine. Oh yeah, and Revenant. Like you were able to squeak in that space. Glad I had a turret gunner to keep an eye on the sky. Like I saw the red blip and I was like, that's probably just Zenith. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, Raven, how did you like the Vulture? I mean, Revenant, that is a big ship. You know, it's not exactly a cozy setup. Oh, I've got that little thing in front of it, don't I? Oh, there's nothing wrong with being efficient. You know, Raymond, there's someone else who hates that word. His name is B.P. Richfield. He was the boss of Earl Sinclair in Dinosaurs. There's an episode where they decide to let women into the workforce, so everybody has to hire a female employee. And Earl's daughter, Charlene, gets hired. Problem is, she's too good at the job. So Richfield fires her, and she's like, I was only trying to be efficient. And he's like, up, 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 up. The E word is our enemy. It's a government contract. You say it takes 3 years, you take 12. Or 15. And then she storms out and says efficient again, and he covers his ears and starts screaming. I miss Dinosaurs. That was a fun show. Good God. Well, I got lucky with the flares. I mean, shoot, I was firing 5 of them at a time. All right, let's see how much did my rep go up. Oh my God, guy, did I ever share this contract? I don't think I did. I am so sorry. Oh yeah, no, Raymond, I get that. Like, I understand hating like meta optimizations and only having like one viable way to play, like when you have so many options, but not really. I feel you there. All right, guy. For exemplary turret work and me forgetting to share that contract, I greatly appreciate it. Even if you're just along for the ride, still. I'm going to send this, this caterpillar down. We're going to see what happens to this wreck. And then I'm going to have to go for the day. Because I've got foods to eat. Trains to model.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
And, who knows what else. Oh, wow, that just... oh, nope, there it goes. There it goes. Well, part of it anyway. Goodbye, installation. Oof, wow, that's protected. Oh, and Revenant, you're good. You're good. Guy was very studious on the turrets. But all right. It is time for me to depart. So I want you guys to have a wonderful day. Drink some water. Be kind to yourself. Maybe have a cookie. Cookies are nice. And I will see all of you wonderful people tomorrow. So until next time, keep on trucking. Have a good night, guys.